Hello, Nomad Sculpt, and this is a Blockout tutorial. So this is my workflow. So this is a Camel Head. So first I download a reference image. So I searched for animal heads side view, such a side view image of a camel head. So I pick this image and save it. And here on the side you see here the resolution of this image, 347 by 280. So I remember this setting here, or this value, and so this is our goal, so such a head. So, and I start with a new scene. So we don't need the sphere, and I add here plane primitive and use this checkbox here for the UVs and add a plane primitive. And so we have to rotate the plane, so snapping is on in this direction and in this direction, so that the view is aligned. So front view, right view here, this is the right side. And then we need our texture. So here's our image. Okay. So, and it's not correct. So we have to change the values here. So the scaling, I've forgotten the this thing here. So 347. So 0.347, and in this direction I think 0.280. Okay, so this is the correct ratio. So I think it's okay. So I validate this plane, and I'm baking here the whole thing. Okay, so camel head, maybe like this. Okay. So, and then I check the wireframe. So we need more topology. So I'm using here multi-resolution and the linear subdivision, and I subdivide the mesh. Yeah, 1,000,000 is too much, so I go a step back. Yeah, 271,000 is okay. Good. So now we don't need the wireframe anymore. Okay, so the next thing is I use here the cell mask tool. Cell mask. And so the head has different parts, so I'm starting. So the first thing here is I mask here the lower lip part like this, and then I use the mask extraction. So I extract a height like this here, and I'm using the smoothness, and for all, so I'm zooming a little bit more. Here's the smoothness of the whole thing. I think it's okay, and the divisions are also okay. So the next thing here is I change here the show painting option. So, and so yeah, I extract now the mesh. So it looks like this. Okay. At the bottom there's a voxel remesher, so I remesh the whole thing like this here, and then I'm fine. So maybe we can use the madcap mode, so it's a little bit darker, but it's okay. The next part I'm masking, so I select the plane again, turn on the outline. So I'm masking now here, here's the nose part, something here like this, and maybe like this. So this is a little bit too much. So I unmask here this part and also this part here. Okay. And now mask extraction, extract. So again, voxel remesh like this. So I clear the mask, so I mask here the nose part. Sorry, unmask was active. That's not fine. For some parts I can also use the mask tool. Like this. Extract. Remesh. Okay. So to see a little bit what happens, so maybe I scale it a little bit here, this, and I bring this here in the half position, and we can also add here for this object a mirror. So now we have two parts. So, and this one we can scale a little bit. Okay. So back to the plane. Clear. So now I'm masking the, I think the eyebrows, or so let's see. More like this. Extract. Remesh. So let's bring it a little bit more in position here, like this, and add a mirror. Back to the plane. So the next part is the rest of the head, I think. So I mask here this one, like this. So okay. Extract. Voxel remesh. Clear all. So here is such a part, it's a little bit of fur. So a little bit like this. Extract. And this is the neck part. So in the ears, so voxel remesh, and I place it maybe here. So for this I add also a mirror. So okay. So I hide now the plane. And I check the symmetry here. So here's solo, oh, not the X-ray, solo mode. So I check the symmetry, is it correct or not? So it's fine. For this one, it's correct. Here it's correct. Symmetry is correct, and here. Fine. So the next thing is here, yeah, a little bit adjusting of the whole thing. So I start with this mesh. So move tool. Then I select the other one. So, and I'm switching between the clay brush, here clay, and the move tool. So it's a little bit, yeah, sculpting here and there, and moving. So, and switching between the different tools. So at the moment this is a clay tool, or the smooth tool is also fine. So the nose. So at the bottom there's a voxel remesher. You can always press on it if the mesh is stretched. And so, and there's also a sub option for the clay tool. So here for the eye, where the eyes are, we can sculpt a little bit like this. And then I'm using here the insert tool, and I select the sphere here. So, and I play here something sphere. So I place here the eyeball. And at the top there's a mirror option. So everything is mirrored. At the moment I'm smoothing a little bit. Switching to the move tool. Sorry, it's the wrong object. So the wrong object. Yeah, something is here wrong. So with a, yeah, I don't know, I'm touching here something, but I'm not sure what I'm touching. So here again a little bit of clay. Where is my clay tool? Here. Okay, so here I think we have to smooth a little bit the whole thing. And the move brush. Bring everything a little bit in position. Oh, sorry, this was too much. So let's check the reference image. So I bring this a little bit to the side that I can look a little bit at it. So we need a little bit more here, a little bit more. So here for the nose here. So a little bit of overlapping. Here, something like this here. So I'm using here the solo view. Clay here a little bit. To close the cap. So the last thing is here, I think, the, the neck part. So I'm using clay again. Okay, and then we have the ears here. So let's move it a little bit. What happened here? Sorry, something happened. It's not important at the moment. So the reference, there was something wrong. So I hide it. Something is wrong with the app at the moment, I think. But I'm not sure what exactly the problem is. So this happens. Yeah, here's something really wrong. So yeah, so I select this one. Yeah, these are the last parts. So I think the workflow is clear. So I'm using at the end the face group option here. So I select every object and give it a different face group. So to see everything clear. So also the ears. So, and I think so from the image here, it's okay to see that it becomes yeah, animal. I hope so. So, and at the end you can voxel remesh it or do what you like with it, but I keep the meshes as long as possible. So yeah, for example, if you want to sculpt here the inside of the mouth, so you can select here everything and hollow out the thing, and so and give the lips more volume. So you see here the wireframe. So it's always possible to remesh the whole thing here a little bit. So back to solo view, and yeah. And so it's possible to create a tongue maybe. So we can mask here the part here. Sorry, not to invert. So let's see the whole thing here. So yes, something is here really wrong. So going crazy here. just playing with it a little bit. So the pivot, I change it maybe to this position here, so we can check it, our mouth. So yeah, it's okay. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. So have fun with sculpting, and yeah, ciao.